Hi, I'm Not Yet Dead, and welcome back to Train Sim World. This is a little bit different. So this is Train Sim World 2020. So I'm a little bit late coming to this. I was on holiday when it got released last week. I've been at work all week, but hey, it's Friday evening. It's train time. So for those that don't know, so Train Sim World 2020 is a fairly major update to the game. As I'd already got the game, the update to the way it works, the way it runs is free, but if you buy Train Sim World 2020, you get it with different routes. So you know, when I bought Train Sim World, it came with the NEC New York, Great Western Express, and the German Rapid Transit. Train Sim World 2020 comes with the Great Western Express, find them, Northern Trans Pennine, Main Spessart Bahn, and Long Island Railroad. Fortunately for me, Long Island Railroad and Main Spessart Bahn, which were the two that I didn't have, were on a very, very good sale this week, so I bought them. So we've now got those two new routes. There's a few differences. We don't need to go into massive detail, but I just thought I'd do a bit of stream. We'll have a bit of look. I did have a quick look at it yesterday just to sort of see what some of the differences were and that kind of stuff. But yeah, so let's do some trains. So I've got to choose Long Island Railroad, Main Spessart Bahn. I'm going to do one of the new ones, may as well, right? Let's do Long Island. Why not? So I've watched a little bit of some of the dev stream that Train Sim World did, Train Sim Dovetail did recently. I haven't watched it all the way through yet, but there's a few differences, and I'll chat through some of those in as far as I know of them and know about them. But this is just more having a look. I'll say this Long Island Railroad's completely new to me. I haven't played this at all before, so this will be fun. So press X to begin. So this is interesting. Whenever you go into a new line that you've not done before, you get this little introductory video. I watched the Northern Trans Pennine one last night, just did it on there, because obviously I've already played that. You'll see the little thing at the top, 0 and AP, and the train logo is action points, so it's changed the whole scoring system, which I know a little bit about. I'm not going to even worry about it, but let's just do this to begin.
This is Hicksville on the Long Island Railroad. Follow the markers to catch the train.
And so this is the interesting thing, right? So change platforms, follow markers to the other side of the platform. So this whole sort of introductory, you know, bit of exploration is new, completely new, which is quite cool. I actually quite like it. It's kind of fun. Just sort of introduces you to the line that you're doing and a bit of explore around. So this is Hicksville, eh? Ooh. Bit of a long walk up the platform. Clearly this is the train we're going to get on, I guess. It's a very long way up the platform. Ooh, there's a door open. I think our blue marker... Oh no. Not even there yet. I'm going to run. Don't want to miss the train. Okay. The 9:15 train to New York. Follow the markers onto the train. It's 9:16 already, so it's already late. Find a seat. Sit in any available seat. Ooh, lots of seats. Okay. Let's sit. No, not there, because it blocks the view. Let's sit here. Window seat. So there you go. We've got some action points. Become a passenger, just gain.
The Long Island Railroad offers the ability to ride and operate a multitude of commuter trains along North America's busiest railroad between New York Penn and Hicksville.
Oh, we're facing the wrong way. That's no good.
You are currently riding an M7 electric multiple unit formed of 4 A and B coach pairs. Over 400 of these trains operate on a daily basis.
Wow, 400 trains. That's pretty busy. It won't allow me to stand up, sorry. I can't change the direction we're in. This looks cool. So I mean, the basics of the game is the same, right? but they have changed. There's a few things they've changed. Exterior
TrainSim
camera.
World allows you to ride and drive trains from a selection of internal and external camera angles. Let's take a look now by exploring the exterior of this train.
Okay. Well, this is stuff that we already know. What does it say? Select the front camera. Okay. Going back to drive mode. It's pretty standard. I usually forget. And navigation mode. Yep. Okay. Explore the exterior view.
Other internal and external camera views are available to be explored. These can be accessed from the camera menu.
That's pretty cool. First person view. Right stick, internal cameras, passenger.
You've only travelled a short distance here, so let's take a look at what else there is to enjoy. Welcome to North America's busiest railroad. Visit Jamaica Station, the backbone of this intense commuter network with its impressive glass concourse. Journey underground into the heart of New York. Operate in and out of Atlantic Terminal. Take services along the scenic Hempstead branch and finish up at the eastern limit of Hicksville. Along the way, don't forget to replace misplaced fire extinguishers, update line maps in stations, add local advertising, and repair any damaged fences. Welcome to the Long Island Railroad.
So that's kind of fun. I kind of like that. It's a good introduction to the line. I like the fact it actually specifically tells you what the what the collectibles are. And there you go. So we've got this new debriefing screen, so you can see the performance graph, which, to be honest, doesn't mean a lot here. I wasn't actually driving. And the bits underneath that we don't have filled in: stop location due, actual stop accuracy, that kind of stuff. So you get extra points for being on time and for stopping in the right place and all this sort of stuff. So they're making it, I say, a little bit more challenging, but I mean, actually it isn't. But you can be, you can push yourself to get better. That's the point, right? I only got 500 out of 1,000. So what did I not do? Anyway, fine. I suppose it didn't leave on time, but it can't blame me for that. That's kind of weird, but all right. So continue. And so this is kind of where I'm going to come out of this. Actually, we'll go to the main menu, but you'll see this thing at the top: continue journey, right? So we'll get main menu, and this is one of the changes. There's quite a bit more loading than there used to be. It used to be pretty quick once you were in a line. And I don't think it seems to have affected the load times once you load up what you're going to do next. So timetable has changed. It used to be called something else. To be honest, I don't remember what. Training's been renamed as well, but I mean, essentially it's the same, right? So you've got your training, you've got your scenarios, you've got your timetable, or your, whatever it used to be called. But what they've added is this journeys thing, and I kind of like this idea. So we're going to do this today. So it says on this journeys for this railroad of services north of 181. That's the whole thing. Scenarios 105, 1 of 2 trainings, distance 0 yards. So if we go into journeys, and it says continue current journey, or Long Island Railroad journey. I don't know if that means there's only one journey. I want to continue the current one. I don't know if they're the same one. It looks like they might be, because 0%, 0 out of 2, 0 of 36, 0%, 0 out of 2, 0 of 36 kind of implies that actually they are the same. But anyway, well, let's continue. I don't think we've really started it yet. I think there may be only one journey. Perhaps once we've done a bit, we'll find out. Peninsula Corridor, I'm seriously umming and ahhing about getting that. It's a bit excessive having just got 2 new routes, but it does look cool. And then actually, am I missing any other routes? I've got a feeling the answer is yes, but I'm trying to think what. Can't remember. But yeah, it does look quite cool, that route, I have to say. Ooh, M7 introduction. Here we go.
Welcome to this M7 electric multiple unit in Long Island Railroad livery. During this brief introduction, we will go through the startup, stopping, and passenger door operations. A lot of time will be spent in the engineer's seat, so climb aboard to get started.
Actually, what we did miss, the other thing that actually I did yesterday, and actually I should have redone it perhaps, is that, that's kind of cool, look at that, watch the gap, is that they've also added in a full introduction of the whole game. So the first time we load up Train Sim World 2020, actually, we can maybe find it, we'll do it a little bit later on, it actually takes you straight into a scenario, into a tutorial to take you through the controls and getting on off a train and opening doors and interactions and that kind of stuff, which is kind of fun. I did do that yesterday, so it didn't automatically watch the gap, do it again, but we could redo it. You can replay all this stuff, which is kind of fun. Okay, closing the door. Can we closing the door? Look like it. Let's go. Awesome.
The master key is used to activate the control desk.
Ooh, cool.
The reverser determines the direction of travel. This unit has a combined throttle brake handle, which needs to be set before beginning the startup procedure.
Max brake. There we go.
Before powering up the unit, the brakes need to be charged to a safe level.
Till the pressure reaches 90 psi.
Lights
oh yeah,
are
that's
important
new
to
too.
let others
I'd forgotten about
around know
that.
that this unit is active.
Sorry, I was just getting up to look at that. So yeah, what I missed, the display, the heads-up display in the bottom corner has changed ever so slightly, and it did take you that through that in the introduction. Maybe it's worth me doing the introduction again then later on. What am I setting them to? Bright, dim, bright.
To unlock the doors, a key must be inserted into the corresponding
cool.
door control panel and then set to doors comms.
Oh, that's a bit cool. Huh, nice. Nice, I like that. That's quite funny. That's going to get fiddly if we're running late, but that's quite
Increase
fun.
the master controller to start moving. Be careful not to apply too much power too quickly, otherwise you might damage the couplings or upset the passengers.
So release the brakes, coast, a little bit of power. A little bit more. Got to get up to 10 miles an hour, so we have got a max speed limit of 15 coming up. Use the master controller to reach a speed of 25 miles an hour. Okay. And then brake. Yellow signal coming up. That's train
Coasting is
2.
the
We'll
method
look at that
used
in a
to
minute.
easily move without engaging power. On a flat gradient, this is great for maintaining a speed limit.
Okay.
We will
that's
be
set to
stopping
coast.
at Country Life Press a little further up the line and performing another passenger loading procedure.
So they're clearly relatively flat. I need to keep under that red marker because actually you get bonus points for staying under the speed limit, which is cool. So we've got speed change coming up actually, so I'm going to chicken out a little bit and just apply just a touch of brake.
We're
Brake
on our
20%.
final approach to...
Yep, cool. brought us to under 15, so good. Driving under speed limit, so we made the speed limit change. Oh, not even there yet. That's section. So apparently speed limits are done in sections. I think we're going to brake. I'm going to stop too soon, so I'm going to coast. Because we want to be as close as we can. It gives a little bit of power. Okay, and a little bit more. Come on, come on. Well, it's not that accurate, but it's not bad.
Good work. Like before, open the doors to allow passenger boarding to commence.
And you could just do it with the left key like usual. Oh, they've changed the logo for loading passengers. That's quite cool. Yeah, I like it. A few little changes. It's quite fun. Sorry, I'm just plugging in something to my PS4 to charge it. There we go. Right, sorry about that. Slight distraction. Oh no, don't do that. Okay. There we go, locked. Turn the key back. Remove the key.
Now, take what you've learned and put it into practice. Complete the next stop at Garden City on your own.
Wow, it was a tutorial. This is quite long. So I need to watch the old speed a little bit. I'm going to start using the buttons for this just because it's easier. R2 and L2, just because we need to keep it under 15. A little bit more power, got a slight gradient, but you know, desperate to keep it under 15 a little bit, not go too crazy. Try and get those well, it's not going to be maximum action points, it's pretty unlikely, but at least, you know, good number. Yep, right, gradient's decreasing a little bit, should be able to coast it now. No idea what that means. Oh, it looks like so when we join this line, then we'll be able to go up to 30, just a little bit more. and frankly almost not worth us overly accelerating, but it would be nice to go a little bit over 15, however briefly. It should be on 30 by now, it's not picked it up. Maybe this train's still going over that there we go. No point going mad. Now for some reason, okay, now I get it. So that's an interesting one, because it's a single. I wonder if that's changed. Because the stick, you know, the controller here is one controller. You don't use the L2 button to brake, which you would do normally. You use. Whoa, wrong way. Yeah, that's a bit confusing. I don't like that. Luckily it's not officially picked up, but I've stopped yet. Yes, you use R2 and R1 instead to control your speed entirely. So once you've hit coast, you then L1 again, which would normally just decrease your speed to actually apply the brakes. Which is a little bit different, but not, you know, just something to get used to. Different train, different controls and all that. I'm being dense. Why is it not? Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's right. Door control key. You just have to get it just right. That's kind of weird. Okay, that's a little bit tricky. Unlock doors. Done. Awesome. So a couple of tricky points there, but not too bad. So what else have we got on here? Wipers, cab lights. Well, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? There we go. Desk light. Ooh, nice. Actually, I like that. That's better than the cab lights. We don't need the cab lights then.
Good work. That's the basics covered. A manual can also be obtained that provides more detail about the full functionality of this train.
Oh, that's weird. It wouldn't let me change the brakes, despite the fact it was asking me to. But anyway, there you go. So stop accuracy. I said there you go. So it just tells you how far away you were from its recommended stopping point. So it's not too bad. I mean, I knew the first one was a bit out, but the second one was okay. It didn't give us target arrival, so that's not too bad either. And you can see the speeds there. That's quite clever. So the red is obviously what the speed limits are, and well, there was no way I was going to drive up to the speed limit towards the end there. So that's not too bad actually. I quite like that. That's kind of fun. Okay, continue. Just going to briefly check something. Forgive me a minute. Oh yeah, we're okay. Just making sure the microphone is still working. So, continue journey. Interesting. Suppose replay. Okay, yeah, all right. Continue journey. Change at Jamaica. All right, let's do it. Mixer, trains and well. Oh, right. Okay, cool. That's new. That's not been there before. So yeah. So apologies. I've not been around for a while. I've just been on holiday. Change it to make up. Shut up. We'll chat in a minute. Meet the train. Move over. Head over to track 2. All right. Okay. Back the stairs. Yes, I've been on holiday. for a couple of weeks, and then yeah, been at work this week. We got back really late last Sunday, so I didn't have time to do anything. I've done a little bit of farming during the week just to get myself back ready for the next video on Petersville, which I'm hoping to do. I might do it tonight, I might do it tomorrow. We'll see how we go. Got a point of the fact it's the Call of Duty Alpha this weekend, so also doing that. Train will arrive shortly. Oh right, once the doors open you make take over the current engineer. Oh, cool. So to clean up that train then. Come on then, train. Train? Actually, I have no idea which way it's coming from. Hello, train. Do promise. If I remember rightly. Don't see train that way. Oh, or interestingly that way either. Well, that's a bit weird. Wow. How complex this is. God, it's huge. This line's going off all over the place. Oops. Well, that's quite cool. Interesting. So apart from that train, which is apparently looks like it's held at a red light, I think that's come on board. What? Oh right, it's incoming. Okay. It's coming to this platform though, right? Because you know what? It doesn't look like it. 0.6 miles away. Oh, here it is. That's weird. I didn't see that at all a minute ago. Goodness me, there's a lot of complexity in this line, isn't there? Wowzers. Train departed. The train hadn't arrived yet. Hey? Okay. That's a bit weird. We'll try that again. Because the train, it must be the one with the green star on it, must be the train we were supposed to get, right? Must be, it says here. Anyway. Or the main Spessart Bahn, I'm looking forward to that. I've been looking forward to getting that one. Actually, and this one, both of them. Yeah, so actually I think I'm all done now. I think there's only the new one that's just come out, the West Coast Pacific. Okay. Right, head over to track 2. Okay, so it does say track 2. So let's have a look when we get there and see which is track 2. Because this is tracks 3 and 2. Is it in fact, despite the fact it says wait for your train to arrive, oh no, because that's track 3. So it is track 2, it's this one here. Okay. The train will arrive shortly. Bold your promise, because it didn't arrive shortly last time. Wait for train, your train will arrive shortly. Okay. Again. Oh mind you, I can see it this time. It's here, look. But it's a long way away. There it is. Is it that one? Yes, maybe it is. It's moving. There's nothing else moving. We are on track 2. Hey, Black. How's it going? We're slightly confusingly trying to get on a train, which allegedly will arrive shortly, which is a bit, that's kind of pretty standard experience in my opinion of getting trains. You're always waiting for it to arrive. and I'm assuming it's this one. So how you doing, Black? Thank goodness it's Friday, eh? Ooh, it's got the green star again, which is what I had last time. Sit in the engineers. Do you like the German train? Depends which one you mean. So there's main Spessart Bahn and Ruhr Signord. Oh, and there's also, of course, the Express. Looks like we're going to miss the train again. Scenario failed. Train. I think we were supposed to be in that train. Not this train that it says is 0.6 miles out. Well, that's nuts. Okay, so there seems to be a bit of a bug here. Let's come out. Yeah, the German trains. Yeah, so there's also, what's the other one? The something Express. The original one that came out with this one, which I do actually quite like. Yes, I do actually. I think the German trains are actually really good. I think all of them are actually pretty good. They all offer something slightly different, which is actually quite clever of them. Ah, I see. Did you have one in mind? Because there's main Spessart Bahn here. There's Ruhr Signord, which is very cool. And the Rapid Transit, that was what I was trying to say, Rapid Transit, which is also pretty good. I do like them. I actually like all of them. I think if there was one I was less... I like West Somerset Railway, but it's less. There's less going on it, shall we say, as there is on the others. But yeah, we need to try main Spessart Bahn because I've only just got that. But I'm determined to figure out what's going wrong with this scenario that we have here. So I'm going to do it as a scenario instead of through the journey and see what happens. And frankly, if it doesn't work, we'll move on and we'll go do something else, which will be a little bit frustrating. So do you have Train Sim World, Black? Have you got the game? Or are you just looking? I'll just wait for it to load a minute. And whereabouts in Germany are you? You don't? Okay. So you're just checking it out. Yeah, whereabouts in Germany are you? Because a lot of the place Zusi? Sorry, I don't even know what that is. Ah, okay. Oh, cool. I'm not sure. I want to head over to track 2. Pardon. But then I suppose if I don't, it's not going to trigger the next thingy. Because I have to go through all the things. So this is a bit of a problem. And is the German train simulator just German trains, or does it have other trains as well? I'm curious. Can I take over this train? No, that's the back door. That's quite funny. But then interestingly, this isn't the German, sorry, get confused. This isn't the train that I was supposed to get. Oh, cool, okay. And is that all sorts of different routes all over the place? Mix of local and express and everything? Bit of transit, that kind of thing? Can I get to... Oh, that's a snag, isn't it? I can't seem to get back up this side. Yeah, but you keep saying my train will arrive shortly, and so far it has been pretty disappointing. I mean, the route's been out for a while, so I'd be very surprised if there's a bug that's not yet been fixed, unless it's now something peculiar to 2020. Oh, it's closer this time. Now, isn't that interesting? Last time when it said sit aboard the engineer's seat of the train, it was half a mile away. Now it's only 1,000 yards. And no add-ons. Ah, okay. You telling me you think the problem is here because it's an add-on? Might be right. Oh, this is very buggy. Look, it just jumped from being... What? The train hasn't departed without me. It's not even here yet. Oh, this is no good. There's my train. Seriously. Oh. Well, this is a bit disappointing. So I think we'll give this one a miss, shall we? Yeah, I know you do. PZB, LZB and CFA. And you know what? And I still cannot figure them out. Maybe you can help me. So you know what? Clearly Long Island Railroad is not our friend today. And I'm determined to do this new mode. The well, I forgot what they call already. So I tell you what, we will skip journeys. I was thinking it was journeys. We will skip Long Island Railroad and we will go to main Spessart Bahn. We will go to Germany because Black's here and he can tell us what he thinks. So where's this? Oh, doesn't really say. Oh, and that's interesting. We didn't get the introduction that I was expecting to the route. So let's start with the journeys. Ah, that's why. Because I'd already missed it. So if I know where to... I can't replay the introduction. Punktförmige Zugbeeinflussung. Linienförmige Zugbeeinflussung. And what? Sicherheitsfahrschalter. Okay. Yeah, the challenge I have with them is, and this is weird, so how do I play the... Oh, this is cool, a switch diorama, we could do that. Rural depot. Switch. I like the rural. Oh, so actually if I get into journeys and go in the main Spessart Bahn journey, will it allow me to... Yeah, they're safety systems. Yeah. Oh, that's a shame. It does. It's not going to let me sort of replay the introduction, which is a bit of a pity. Is it in training then? Yeah. Well, we want to do the introduction. Yeah. So the thing I have with those, and this might be just a train sim world thing, is I have a real problem using them. So there are similar safety systems on some of the other routes. So the UK route, some of the locos have similar safety systems and that kind of thing, but I can't get on with PZB and CFA. It always goes wrong. And I think that's just my total and utter lack of knowledge. There's a guy who does YouTube videos, I think he calls himself the Train Guy, who is an absolute expert. He's really good, and he does lots of videos using those safety systems, but I can't get on with them on the German trains. Here we go. Welcome to main Spessart Bahn.
This is Lower Bahnhof on the main Spessart Bahn. Follow the markers through the subway to catch the train.
So it's interesting that when we went into main Spessart Bahn, this didn't automatically start this off, because I haven't done it before. At least I don't think I did. Maybe I started it briefly, but I certainly haven't finished it. There we go. One route map. Excellent. We'll find out what the other collectibles are on this route. It's a bit dark in here. Start at 11:09 for training for train driving. Oh, you mean you're actually going to start learning to drive a train in real life? Now that would be awesome. Is that what you mean? It's on the 11th of September, right? Waiting for the train to arrive and the doors to open. Okay. What about collectibles? Are there any more? Posters or something? I don't see anything. Right. Follow the markers onto the train. Mind the gap. Find a seat. Ausbildung zum Triebfahrzeugführer. Oh, so training to be a train driver. Okay, okay. I know a little bit of German. It's not great, but I know a little bit. Let's sit up top because this is fun. looked like we were going this way, so let's sit at a nice table here. Lovely. It's a bit dark.
Main Spessart Bahn offers the ability to ride and drive both passenger and freight trains over the formidable Spessart ramp between Aschaffenburg and Gmunden. You are currently riding in a double-deck coach being hauled by a BR 146.2 electric locomotive. Double-deck coaches have been operating in Germany since the 1970s to boost capacity.
And they are very cool. I've been on trains like this in Germany, they're awesome. Oh, it's back to us back at the question, he's just left, we just lost him. Are you still there? Come to the number thing at the top, you know. And that's not known to be fully accurate, it has to be said. But good luck with your learning how to drive a train.
TrainSim World
so
allows
cool.
you to ride and drive trains from a selection of internal and external camera angles. Let's take a look now by exploring the exterior of this train.
Okay, so as before, external cameras, front I assume, yeah. Turn to drive mode, yeah, so this is the same. Maybe that's the thing, perhaps once you've done one you don't get the introduction to each one. But I think it's kind of fun. For the exterior view. You're not kidding. So actually we could do it again to the rear view then, because it looks like we're actually at the front.
Other internal and external camera views are available to be explored. These can be accessed from the camera menu.
The lighting looks a bit off to me, it looks a bit dark, but it's very cool. It's a beautiful route, it really is. The sceneries are amazing, as it is with the Germans. That you know, if any black was still here, I'd say that I think the scenery is most impressive. But that's because, for at least Main Spessart Bahn and Ruhr Signored, they picked countryside routes.
You've only travelled a short distance here, so let's take a look at what else there is to enjoy. Welcome to Bavaria, and one of the busiest freight railways in Germany.
Okay, that was one
Start
of the
your journey at
questions
Aschaffenburg, at the head of either a passenger or freight train. Operate special banking locomotives out of Laufach station. Drive through beautiful hills and up the grueling 2.1% gradient of the Spessart ramp. Arrive at the summit of Heigenbrücken, a station which has now passed into history, and then descend to the eastern limit at Gmunden am Main. As you travel, be sure to repair any damaged fencing, place route maps, clear fallen logs, and add safety cones to any dangers at the stations. Welcome to Main Spessart Bahn.
Oh cool, okay, so now we know. So usual route maps. Broken fencing seems to be quite popular. And safety cones. And fallen logs. Well, we are in the countryside, so... Right, continue the journey. Let's hope the journeys work this time. So the BR 146.2 introduction, which I think the train, isn't that train on Ruhr Signored as well? I think so. So actually, if I've now got all the train packs, that means I need to get all the routes. I need to start getting the trains, which would be cool. Here we go.
Welcome to this BR 146.2 electric locomotive in DB Traffic Red livery. During this brief introduction, we will go through the startup, stopping and passenger door operations. Climb aboard to get started. The battery will power up the control desk and allow you to interact with it.
Oh, 5 seconds, so I missed that. There we go.
This locomotive draws power from the overhead electrical supply via a contact arm mounted on the roof. For this to work, we'll need to set up and then raise the pantograph.
Set the pantograph selector to auto. No. There we go. Signal lights to headlights. Is that the windscreen wipers on? Why are the windscreen wipers on? That's weird. That's odd, because there's headlights in two places and it only affected one of them. But hey.
To get the locomotive up and
Chances
running,
are I won't be able
set
to
the
switch those
master
off. Set the master switch to neutral.
Headlights are important in letting others around know that a locomotive is operational. We now need to wait a moment and let the brake system charge. It'll take a minute or two.
Okay, and while it is, let's try and figure out if we can switch off the windscreen wipers. I'm not sure that we can. Oh, there you go. So you can see the brakes are charging because it's flashing the appropriate parts of the yeah, it's not going to... So a lot of the interactivity switched off during tutorials, of course, so for whatever reason the windscreen wipers are on. It seems to be a bit buggy, this game, at the moment, actually, I have to say. We can't switch them off.
Now activate the pantograph so that it raises up and makes contact with the overhead catenary.
Okay.
The locomotive is now ready to be energized. This is controlled by the main circuit breaker.
No, wrong way. There we go. Oh, close the main circuit breaker, I beg your pardon. Egypt.
When stopped for longer periods of time, or when leaving the cab, a parking brake is engaged.
Can I reach
We'll
it from the
need to ensure that
seat?
this is
I
released
can.
in order to get moving.
Got very long arms.
Use the master switch to determine the direction of travel.
I want to go that way.
Give a quick glance of the platform to ensure all is safe, and then unlock the doors.
Can't see much from here, it has to be said. How am I going to know if it's safe? Unlock the right side passenger doors. Yep, still can't switch those blooming... Oh, hang on, wipers. Yes. Thank goodness for that. Where's the brake valve? I saw something else. What was that? EL or PN? EL or PN? I have no idea what that means. Cool. Anyway. So yeah, so what we won't be doing is figuring out how we activate CIFA and PZB.
Boarding is now complete.
Oh,
so
cool.
set the doors to
Lock the doors. You still have to lock both buttons. That's a bit weird. Okay.
The train brake is used for normal line operations.
Release looks like the other way.
Due to the size and weight of this train, small amounts of traction should be used to overcome initial friction and prevent overpowering the electrical systems.
Okay. Increase to at least 20% to get moving, but small amounts. It is then.
Now we're rolling, we can apply more power, and focus can be diverted towards achieving a desired speed.
Okay. A little bit more power then. Miles to the
Footstick is a method used to easily move without engaging power. On a flat gradient, this is great for maintaining speed.
Set throttle to off. Post.
There's a a short distance between here and your next stop, so be sure to manage the train and prevent overspeeding.
How close is the next stop? We actually don't know, do we? Okay. Not a clue. Don't know how far it is to the next station. Interesting. That close, rather. Oh, here we go.
We're on the final
0.7 miles.
and will soon need to start applying a small amount of brake force to achieve a comfortable stop.
Okay. What's that? 650 odd yards. Fine. Don't break it, we've got red signal. Nope. Entering the train to stop within the green section of the marker up ahead. Yep, okay. To get my maximum action points. So I'm trying to do that. Coasting in nicely. There we go. No, not too much, not too much. Keep it going. Nice.
Like before, unlock the doors to allow passenger boarding to commence.
Okay. Well, that wasn't too bad. I've driven this train before, I think, so the door thing always confuses me. Nice. I'm about to do it. Yeah, I may not be able to do it because it's a complex thing. Oh no, that's it.
That concludes all the basics
Did work.
of this locomotive.
Awesome. Not too bad speed. Would have been better if I'd got a better idea as to how far it was to the next station. I would have gone a bit quicker and kept more up to that maximum speed, but not too bad at all. Nice. Right, let's continue and see if we can do a continue journey Gemünden to Lower Bahnhof, all stops. Hopefully this one will work. What time is it? 20 to 8, okay. Should just have time to do this. Hopefully it won't take more than half hour, 40 minutes, 45 minutes perhaps. Don't know how long they are. Should be alright. I'm quite disappointed about Long Island Railroad. I've been dying to play that game, and I've been really wanting to test out the journeys thing. So to fail at what was pretty much the first hurdle is somewhat disappointing. I'll try it again off screen, see if I can offline, and see if I can get it to work. If I can, I'll try and save it partway through that. Right, low passengers, unlock doors. Let's get on it because we might have a time limit. It looks like left door, right? No, no, no. Actually, no, where's it? Yeah, that's it. Am I being really dense? Yeah, that should be right. Why haven't the doors opened? Oh, we definitely wanted the left doors. What's going on? Good start. So, unlock left side doors. Unlock. Eh? Huh? What's going on? Well, the train's not set up, is it? Maybe it is. Pantograph set to auto. Signal lights to headlights. Raise the pantograph. No. Close main circuit breaker. Okay, this is a bit weird. So we don't appear to have any power. This isn't going well today, is it? So although it says unlock passenger doors, it clearly didn't really mean it because the train's not set up properly. But pressing the battery button for 5 seconds doesn't seem to work. Headlights are fine, pantograph set to auto, which is as it should be. So that should be alright. Right, sit down. That shouldn't make any difference at this point in time. Pantograph is set to raise. Main circuit breaker is closed. I want to unlock the left side doors. Wow, well that took a lot of fiddling about. What on earth was that? How odd. Oh well, fine. I had to put that to forward so we're ready to go. Looks like the brakes are alright. That's very strange. I don't know what that was. Not train line. Start on. I don't. We've got screens now, so something worked because it was all dead a minute ago. It's very weird. Oh well, there you go. So we're already late. Good stuff. Right. Okay. Wow, that was a slow update. Good. Stop at location, learn good something. I'm not even going to try that. My German ain't that good. Release the brake. Give it a bit of welly. But not too much. 20% to get going. Line speed currently it looks like about 25. That's okay. Going up to 68. I can't read that under the TV landed and closer. Sorry if I got that wrong. Right, so slightly variable speed limits changing around. Let's figure out what's going on. We go too fast. Let's just jumped up a little bit. 37 maybe. 37, 68. We're changing lines, that's why. So we'll settle on the line in a minute and then we'll see where our line speed looks like. Looks like it might be 68. Wait for the train to go through the points. There we go. A little bit welly. So we should have a scheduled stop time. Yes, but we don't know when. Trickier, isn't it, really? Wow, look at that acceleration, that's pretty impressive. Got 0 gradient, so we should be able to coast. So about the speed limit, the speed and driving, if you look at the actual points, you keep getting getting points for driving under the speed limit. There we go, there's another one. So apparently the routes are split up into sections, and so each section you get extra action points and bonus action points for driving under the speed limit for that section. And if you drive over the speed limit at any point in that section, you don't get those bonus points, or something, or multiplier or something like that. That's how I understand it to work. Watching the release video from Dovetail. Probably time to brake. Just a little bit. Not the driver brake, is that pointless. There's the stop. No, it's the stop because at least I've got brake. We have missed the stop by a very long way because it was set to direct brake. I hate it when it's set to direct brake because it's rubbish. We missed it completely and I got a reverse. I hate it when it does that. It's so irritating. There we go. A little bit of power up. Close enough. mere coincidence that we're in Germany, I promise. I just have a habit of doing silly voices. Okay. So actually while we're here, let's throttles off. Actually no, we can leave it at 1B, that's a good brake setting. Fine. Let's take a look. Is there anything we need to do at this station? I think if I remember rightly, you have to actually be out of the cab to do it. I mean, there will be. There's bound to be, right? That's just how it is. Most stations have something. Somewhere. There's a little bit of difference. Oh, is that's a thingy that needs a cone? But yeah, no, I have to come and do it. Okay, fine. Lock the doors. Okay. Done. Let's go. Cool. Hit it. Lure Bahnhof. 20% to get going. Ooh, red sig. Stop. Stop. Sorry, I'll do that. Honestly, it's just going to. Okay. Right, brake off. Bit of power, but we've got a red light in 400 yards. Ooh, looks like it's just gone green. Okay, fine. Good. So what we at set to, what's that? So it's still at that sort of 68 level. Got a slight incline, but not massive. 1.2 miles. Well, before I stop, we're going to get to a speed limit of 81. I should say this 2 kilometers an hour, maybe, I mean, really, but there you go. So are we... Okay. Doesn't say what time we were due. Don't appear to have a particular due to it being nice because it's the first one. Not making it too challenging. Giving us target arrival times and stuff. That will come, I'm sure. Well, it's great time for the next stop to have a look outside. sure there's a beautiful train line. Oh, and I love the train line going over the top. That's a bit cool. Love to see a train on that as we go underneath. A little bit of pop in, so let's zoom in a little bit. That's very cool. Right, a bit more power. Let's bring us back up towards that 80, was it 1? Yeah, I think so. But we should be getting that up, yeah, there it goes, up to 93. A slight incline. And back down to 81 in 1.8 miles, so not long before we get to our station, actually. So again, just watching that speed as we come up to the limit, trying to keep us underneath. Which is cool, I do have a habit of going over the speed limit. Useful to have that extra incentive. Wow, that looks amazing. Fair play. Don't always do screens, do remember to do screenshots, probably should. That looks awesome, so let's do that. Here's a picture of our train speeding through the German countryside. I was going to accelerate, but actually we're coming up to drop that down to 81 again, so I think we'll stick with it. And actually, we're a mile away from the station, so it's probably worth trying a little bit of brake just to start bringing us back down. Try not to overrun it this time. 0.8 miles. 1,000 yards. A little bit of throttle just to ease us in. Actually take quite a lot of speed up actually. Oh, it's still on, that's why. That would explain it. Guess we've got a little bend to go around. Okay, red signal, 800 yards. There's a lot of detail, I suppose, in the scenery around the route. 12 yards. Just a little bit more brake. Price doors on the left this time. Unlock. I think we can quickly see we can do some of our collectibles. Shouldn't really leave the door open, but there you go. Nah. Can't see much. Right, let's get back. Other trains on the other platform. Okay, steps. Lock the doors. next? I can't remember where we're going. I don't know how many stops we've got. Oh, objective complete. Oh, there we go. Hey, that's not bad. Stop accuracy, speed accuracy. All pretty good. All pretty good indeed. I mean, obviously our overran the first one massively, but you know. So we had no due time, which is no big deal. Now I wonder how long the next one is. I've got a little bit more time. What slightly surprises me is that when you go to return to free roam. I wonder what that is. Yeah, it's you can't, when you go into journey, you can't see what the journey, if you see what I mean, what the journey was. I said that was it says replay service, so that was a service mode. Cool. Which is now called timetable mode, I think. Yeah, so journeys. So 2 lots training, 1 service, no scenarios. 4%, 2 services, no scenarios. And that Heigenbrücken to Gemunden limited stops. I don't know if that's a service or a scenario. Oh, I suppose it's a service, isn't it? Of course, because otherwise it would have a you know, because the scenario is then named, right, depending on what you're doing. Well, let's continue the journey. I'm kind of enjoying this. Drive an eastbound limited stopping service. 4% through. I like the fact that it's good, because on all the others that I've done so far, I've pretty much just been, I don't play the game that often. I just do the scenarios, right? Because they're sort of set objectives. I've done a little bit in the timetable mode, service mode, whatever you want to call it, was service mode, now timetable mode. But not much, because you just get this massive list and it's really difficult to go, well, which one do I go for, and all this sort of stuff. But to have them in the journey, I think, is a really good idea, to add it as an objective, if you like, something, this is the next thing for you to do. And it apparently, rather like this, as you see, it mixes up the weather and all sorts of stuff, which is quite cool. Looks like we're all set up. We've got all the screens on and stuff. There we go, headlights on. I'm assuming that we need to be right. Unlock doors. Platform is on our left. So let's do that. There we go. Let's have a look outside. Oh, that's just lovely. Look at that. That's awesome. Bavaria in the snow. Excellent. I love this. It's a great location. A lovely part of Germany. Lovely part of Germany. It's actually the bit of Germany I know best. Just thought we'd explore a little bit. See if we can find stuff that needs doing. Looks like that's a scenario. They head back in. Lock the doors. Stop at location. So I've just released the brakes. Make sure we're on train brake. A little bit of power. Not going anywhere. Have we still got the handbrake on? Can I reach? Where's the handbrake? One of these, right? I would have said that was on. Ah, that's it. That applied and released. So it is off. No brakes. All the brakes are all released. Ah, obviously. Train wasn't set up properly, you doofus. Right. Sorry, my bad. So what? These tall? These tall? These tall? I don't know. Give it a welly. What's that? So 25 mph speed, line limit. Line speed. So not wanting to go crazy. 2.4 miles as the crow flies to our destination. Take the edge off that speed a little bit. Keep us under the limit. Flat, so toasting should be alright. Jump up to 75, cool. There we go, 56. Now up to 70, whatever the next one was actually. I don't remember, might be 73, 74 something. 73, actually would be 73 of course, because they'll be the same, won't they? 73, 81, 74, 81, 93, 100. This is the conversion to kilometres. Come out 181. Downhill, gradient, another speed here, coming up on the 81 limit. Oh, we've really come down out the snow. So we noticed this discovery speed, so busy staring at the speeds, and it's getting snow's gone. 75 it was, it's a slight increase to 80 plus per minute. And slight gradient down. Just need to keep an eye on that speed. Drop down to 75 at 1.1 miles. Actually looks like that's just before our station. A little bit of brake and just take the edge off that and picking up a bit of speed. Gravity. Stopping off, but we've got the drop 75 coming up shortly, so you need to keep an eye on that as well. And we are still on a downhill gradient. Wending our way through these curves, which is kind of cool. braking for a little while now, just to knock us down to about 75. Release. Still got that downhill gradient, so you need to keep a watch on that still. Right, 27 miles 68, and now under 1,000 yards. Ready. Definitely wasn't enough. Far too late. We're going to miss it again. It's funny, you kind of feel like the brakes, you know, take a lot of speed off, and then all of a sudden they really don't. Oh no! Shot that by a mile back. Absolute mile. Oh, and it's made me stop. It said I've stopped. I haven't stopped. Ugh, that's annoying. Means I've well overshot that, won't get my bonus marks. Oh, fine. I'm actually surprised that any of the train at all is on the platform. Oh well, there you go. We'll run over here just in case there's something that needs a safety cone placed, or no, doesn't look like it. Nice to see traffic on the roads. It does not make a difference. No, really not, actually. That's a shame. Thought we might just be able to do that. Stand that back up. No. Actually, to be fair, a fair amount of the train is actually on the track. Not a lot of the train, but a fair amount. Certainly not the majority of it, but oh well, there you go. Wrong way, sorry. There we go. The Bahnhof again. I think we're coming from the other direction this time. So 20% to really get us going. Ease it out the station. Full speed, we're dropping down to 68 soon. Quite a few miles to go, 6.2 miles. Oh, actually no, I remember how you adjust that. Bear with me. That's how you do it. And seeing as the only objective marker we're getting at the moment is the distance to the next station, I want it up there. 6.2 miles, stop at location in the Bahnhof. I much prefer up there rather than having the, you know, the marker on the screen, the little marker. Luckily, again, we didn't have target times. Oh, how far out was I? She doesn't say. We'll find out when we finish. So 16 miles an hour. Coming out 62 miles, not that far. It's not that big a difference. It's just the drop that too much to do with the brakes. Uh-oh. Yeah, so I drove slightly over the speed limit there, so I lost some of my action points, which is a bit of a shame. First time, now we know. Yes, you get 30 for being under, but you only get 15 if you go over. I was only slightly. I don't know if you get nothing if you're really a long way over, I'm not sure. slight downhill slope, nothing too major. A little bit of brake. We were just starting to run away a little bit down the slope. Make sure we don't go over that 75 mile an hour speed limit. Oh, check that out, that's cool. Down to 62.9 miles, so we need to keep that in mind. Yeah, there we go. Nice, under 10 yards, that I can live with. Unlock the right side doors. Unlock doors. Nice. Anything we can do on this platform at all? Need to do a bit of free roaming, I think. Having a good look round. Right, can't see the obvious. Time to head back, it's quite a long walk. Make it, come on, come on. There we go. Lock the doors. Objective complete. Is that where we were going? Oh no, not quite. Ah, I'm going to the London. Okay, cool. Release the brake. Bit of power. Take it up 20%. Going out, give it a bit of welly. So, speed limit looks like that's 81. Going up to 93 shortly, but we're going to hit 81 before we get to the 93 mark of 1.6 miles. So let's not go too crazy as we go up to 60. Background. 68, 69, 70. Now, wait for the train to go right through. There it goes. To 93. Again, going downhill, so just need to keep an eye, keep that speed trimmed. 91, throttles off, regaining speed, we'll be alright. But we're okay. Awesome. Let's take a look outside. Brake. Oh, brake was really missed it. That's annoying. That came up on me quick. Wasn't concentrating. 68 minute. This one's about changing the capsule. Drift, 15 yards, 14, 13, 12, 11. Go on. Good. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Nice. Open the doors, I'm assuming. Yep. Left. Still nothing for me to mark, sadly. No problems on the platform. Oh, there is. Quick. Quick. The train's coming. No, alright. Hey. Placed my first hazard cone. Awesome. Oh wow, look at that car transporter. That's a bit cool. That's about that for timing. There we go. There we go, nicely. Oh, look at that. Tracking that speed. That's awesome. Hey, that's not bad. I'm quite pleased with that. I think I did break the speed limit once. Stopping accuracy. Alright, yeah, I messed up that first one. But other than that, pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. That's cool. Well, I'm going to call it a night there. That's nearly 2 hours up. But I hope you've enjoyed this just little exploration of, well, Train Sim World 2020 and a couple of lines that I've not done before. So the main Spessart and the Long Island Railroad, even though that didn't go quite as one might have hoped. But it's interesting to return to free roam. I need to try that out sometime. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed it. I have to say I quite like some of the changes that they've implemented. It adds a little bit more, also makes it a little bit smoother, so fair play. Rather disappointing around that issue with Long Island Railroad, but I say I'll try that out again offline, see if I can figure that out. And but yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, likes and subscriptions always appreciated, as I always say. And I say I might be doing a bit of farming either late this evening on Friday or maybe Saturday morning, certainly over the weekend. So if you if you want to stop by, that would be great. Just having a bit of a look through. Oh, that's quite cool. So you can go directly from whichever one of these straight into that. Takes a second, but that doesn't take long. That's pretty good. So you can see where you are. Sorry, and then yeah, you can flip through the things, but let's not bother. Cool. Anyway, like I say, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, and yeah, I'll maybe see you again very soon. Bye bye for now.